Hi, this is Kamera. My first few minutes with God, day number 263, Haggai, chapter 1 through chapter 2. The second year of Darius' reign. God gives a message through prophet Haggai to Zerubbabel, Jeshua, and the remnants of the exiles who returned back to Jerusalem. And this is the thing, though. We previously read that the children of Israel, they stopped building on the temple. And so now God has given them a message. We learned previously that they started to rebuild. And this is the message that God had given them, and I love it. God says the time has come to rebuild the house of the Lord. Why are you living in luxurious houses while my house lie in ruins? You never have enough and you're never satisfied. Your wages also disappear as though there are holes in your pockets. God says, go rebuild my house. Then I will take pleasure in it and be honored. You hope for rich harvests, but they are poor. When you brought your harvest home, I blew on it. Why? Because my house lies in ruins while you are busy building your fine houses. Zerubbabel, Jeshua, the whole remnant of God's people, began to obey God's message. God says, I am with you. The Lord sparked enthusiasm to everyone. They began to work on the house of the Lord the second year of King Darius' reign. God sends another message through Haggai. Does anyone remember this house? The temple in its former glory? Its former splendor. In comparison, it must seem like nothing at all. The Lord says, be strong and get to work. He says, I will shake the heavens and the earth, the oceans and the dry land, all nations. He says the future glory of this temple will be greater than its past. God says, my spirit remains with you. Do not be afraid. So the children of Israel, they laid the foundation to the temple, and so God tells them, He sends this message: everything this people do and everything they offer is defiled by their sins. God says, I sent blight, mildew, and hell to destroy everything you work so hard to produce. You refuse to return to me. He says, but since you laid that foundation, I am going to promise you this. From this day onward, I will bless you. God sends a message to Zerubbabel. He says, I'm about to shake the heavens and the earth and to overthrow royal thrones and to destroy the power of the foreign kingdoms. God tells Zerubbabel, I will honor you. So there you have it, guys. I absolutely love how the message, the previous read showed us how the children of Israel, they stopped working on the temple. And then God sends Haggai and Zechariah to prophesy a message to them, and this is one of the messages he sent, and it sparked enthusiasm in the people. Let the people know, you are working to build your houses, you let my waste, you working harder than you have to, I blow on it, destroy everything you have until you take care of my house first. This is what you're going to have to deal with. And so they decided to build God's house. God said, I will bless you. There you have it, guys. That's day number 263, Haggai chapter 1 through chapter 2. You have a God-filled blessed day.